Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Cancer for the month of November 2021. I hope all my Cancer friends are doing wonderful. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that do not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest behind. You may also want to check out your other signs as well. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is a spread that I have for you today, dear Cancer. In the past position, we do have the Ten of Swords clarified by the Three of Cups. In the challenging position, we have the Page of Swords clarified by the Eight of Wands. In the present position, we have the Lovers clarified by the King of Swords. And in the future outcome position, we do have the Seven of Swords clarified by the Two of Wands. So let's start from the beginning. The best position for this particular card to be in is in the past position. The Ten of Swords, of course, is a card of anxiety. This is also a card of defeat. And the good thing is that it is in the past position because you have already overcome the grief and the loss and the majority of the anxiety that was associated with this particular, difficult time, if you will. The Ten of Swords sometimes feels like you're being stabbed in the back. We do see these different swords in this person's back, and sometimes this card is even referred to as death by 1,000 cuts, because of course so many people have so many opinions and they can chip away at someone's confidence, if you will. But the Ten of Swords is a card, that represents a time period where things obviously did not go your way, where you may have felt like you were a victim, where you felt really down, and especially clearly it relates to a particular friendship or relationship that is here represented by the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, generally, it's a very joyous card of celebration, of, coming together with friends, with family, with perhaps people you work with people you're in school with, to celebrate something that is important to you. And clearly, with the Ten of Swords being in the major position, this particular relationship unfortunately did not end the way you were expecting it to end. However, you did receive experience. You did receive an important lesson that allowed you to see and to differentiate, strengths and weaknesses of other people, as well as with yourself, and to see what you are looking for when it comes to a particular bond with another person. So definitely this created a foundation of knowledge, first and foremost, from which you continue to benefit to this day, dear Cancer. Now, in the challenging position, you do have the Page of Swords, and of course pages are well known to be messengers, so do make sure to keep your high vibration throughout the month of November, because with the Page of Swords in the challenging position, there could be some disappointing news that may be coming your way. There could be some cancellation of plans or rearrangement of plans, where you are planning that things are going to fall one way and they end up being quite different. Also, be cautious when you receive the Page of Swords in the challenging position, because the page can be quite difficult when he is an obstacle. There could be some gossip going on around you. There could be a two-faced person around you who is creating manipulation or perhaps deception. There may be someone around you who is quite vindictive, and it doesn't necessarily have to be against you, but I think that you will feel the effects of the situation, if you will. Now, the Page of Swords here is clarified by the Eight of Wands, and of course the Eight of Wands is a card that doesn't have anyone on this card, because it is a card of movement. The main message with the Eight of Wands in the challenging position is that you may want to be careful regarding the words that you choose, because sometimes we experience low vibrational emotions, and as a result there may be some anger, especially with this deception and this manipulation that is coming from the Page Page of Swords, there may be some anger. And so it is important to remember that anger can be a destructive emotion. I actually had a friend, I have a friend, and a couple of months ago, he said something like, I will be raging, but it's going to be a very directed rage. So there are people out there who are able to experience anger in a very purposeful, directed way. And in that regard, anger is actually not so bad. But, most of us, when we experience anger, it's not very well directed, and everyone kind of gets a little taste of it. So it's important to remember that, when you experience destructive emotions such as anger, there's not going to be any movement forward. So do expect a little bit of a slowdown in the month of November, dear Cancer. Now, in the present position, we have the wonderful Lover's card. This is a major arcana card, and it signifies that you are going to be building a friendship or a bond or a loving relationship with someone in your life. Some people, it may be an actual romantic bond. For others, it could be a partnership when it comes to business or a friendship. But the most important thing with the Lovers is that this card is a support system that allows you to experience healing, that allows you to experience high vibrational moods, high vibrational energy as well. So, do remember that with this obstacle, the Page of Swords is represented by air. It's not going to last very long. There may be some anxiety and worry associated with the Page of Swords as an obstacle, but I don't believe it's going to have a life-changing effect or is going to slow you down too much, even with the Eight of Wands in the challenging position. The Lovers is a major arcana card, so this is a, powerful, significant time in your life, dear Cancer. It is important to remember that in November, there's going to be a very important portal that will be opening. It's that portal that's called 1111, and that is when manifesting things to come into your reality is going to be very, very important. But remember, it's not just about manifesting things into your own reality. It's also claiming those manifestations. So definitely do remember that. But, if you are not in a new relationship or you're not in a bond kind of relationship at this time, if you're not in a friendship or a relationship or a partnership at this time, then it is around the corner. There's going to be a harmonious bond that you will be building with another person who is going to help you experience joy and happiness and all the wonderful high vibrational emotions. And the most important is that it is going to be rooted in clarity. It's going to be built on truth. Anytime you try to build a relationship that is built on a lie, it's never going to work. So it's very important to be very truthful if you want a meaningful, lasting bond. Because, I've seen it quite a lot of times where people try to be nice to each other, they try to get along, but still there's a little bit of a lie here, a little bit of a lie there. It's important to remember that when you build a relationship on truth, on clarity, then it is, it has a very strong foundation and it will carry you through, even through the worst storms. But there's definitely a very important moment, dear Cancer, in your life, and this is going to happen in this particular month. The month of November is going to be quite important for you, and I think the effects, you may not even feel the effects of this new relationship in your life. I think the major effects of this important relationship are going to be felt in January and February. Sometimes there is a little bit of a delay in how we experience and process things, dear Cancer. Now, in the future outcome position, we have the beautiful Seven of Swords clarified by the Two of Wands. This is a very interesting combination. It's actually a very positive one as well. The Seven of Swords is going to be, it's almost like a wake-up call. There's some sort of a realization that you're going to experience towards the the end of November, there may be a decision that you will be ready to make towards the end of November that is going to change your life for the better. That's why you have the Two of Wands. This person is actually holding the globe in his hands because, there's limitless possibilities that are in front of him. As humans, we often, knowingly or not knowingly, tend to limit ourselves. We don't tend to see all the possibilities that may be out there. This is why I like to quote Jim Morrison from The Doors, because when he was asked, why did you call the band The Doors? And he said, because it came from a poem by William Blake, where it said, if the doors of the perceptions were cleansed, the world would appear as it is, infinite. So it is important to remember there are infinite possibilities. There's so many different choices. There's so many different opportunities that you can pursue, that it is up to you to know which direction you want to move to in order to achieve your goals and your dreams. Let's see what we can clarify with the two energy oracle cards that I pulled, and we've got Contract, interesting, and Magician in the Mirror. The contract is all about a partnership or legal commitment, and this particular card shows a contract in the background ready to be signed, indicating a committed connection of some sort. This union may be a business deal, the sale of a home, a new job, or even commitment in marriage. Whatever that connection may be, this card is more than just a casual agreement. It's usually something that requires your signature, and the document is binding. The scale of justice also indicates that if a legal action is underway, it is likely to turn out in your favor. This card shines a light on potential new opportunities, so remain aware and receptive to what may be coming your way. And the affirmation for this card is, I am attracting wonderful, beneficial connections that support and honor me and bring me great happiness and abundance. The Magician in the Mirror is all about knowing and using your true power. When you receive the Magician, you are put on notice that an important and powerful time is at hand. You are the creator of your life, and just as an alchemist turns base metals into gold, you are now able to transform your difficulties into blessings. This is true in every area of your life. Claim your power. When you're able to maintain high vibrational energy, you're able to be more prepared to claim manifestations into your reality. The affirmation for this card is, I have all the power I need to create the destiny I desire. Magic happens when I live in consciousness and my eternal truth. Let's see what we can clarify with the Mystical Wisdom card that I pulled, and we've got Dolphin. Don't worry, be happy. How amazing is that? The dolphin has the spiritual ability to uplift your spirits with its friendly, playful nature. Escape from the stress of life by being more relaxed and doing more of what you enjoy. Pursue your creative passions and use your energy in a more productive way. Try not to worry about issues you have no control over. This worrying can become a habit. So by taking a more relaxed and laid back attitude, you can conquer your stress and become more calm and content. Remember that the life you are living now will come to an end. And when you do look back, it is important that you remember wonderful, happy, incredible moments. This life is temporary. So it is important to focus on the dreams and the goals that you have so you can achieve them, so you can bring them into your life. And the affirmation for this card is, I love to be playful and I let go of worry. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, dear Cancer. I do hope you enjoyed this reading for the month of November. Please like, share, and subscribe if you did. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram as well. Again, thank you so much for visiting me. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see you next time.